I'm very thankful for the board of member, the chairman, the president, vice president, deans and director of JRU who gave me this opportunity to address such a wonderful audience. I belongs to India. I am a part of one of the top private university in India. And when I was like you, sitting in one of the conference, I thought that I wanted to be an international relation guy. So I started my academic things being double bachelor. One is of course in the commerce and the second in the computer, because that time computer used to be very important factor to get the job. Then I go for the master degree program. I did 2 masters, and of course after that I go with the PhD program, which is important for being an academician. Then I realized that I'm ready for this job, and I entered in the job of international relations, where I worked almost 16 years. Now it's become the 17 years. And I realized that whatever I studied in my 2 bachelor, 2 master, and 25 international certification is useless when I come to the practical use of international relations. Why I felt like this? Because in my job, I have to deal with different culture. I have to deal with different country people for doing a negotiation. So the requirement of the negotiation, which we learn in the classrooms, in the books, which probably is not going to work in the practical world. And negotiation is not a topic which is specialization related. So if you believe you are a law student or a management student, you probably not required, it's not going to happen. For example, if you go in any shop, you want to buy something, you find it that there is a good option that I can negotiate and get the things on cheap, that is a part of negotiation. You talk to your father and mother, you convince them for going for higher study, that is also a part of negotiation. You talk to your friends and convince them to come in the weekend for the coffee, it is also a part of the communication and negotiation. So the important thing negotiation, which I'll not take you of course to the theory part, because that theory part probably you can get from the Google, ChatGPT, Gemini, and for that you don't need me. I'll probably take you the real-time issues and the real-time problem in a form of case study. So what we are going to do this, I'll give you in a scenario. I need 6 volunteers. I prefer 3 male and 3 female. Anyone who wants to be voluntarily participate on this, just raise your hand. Okay, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all in the same row. Okay, so I want you to give me your introduction first. That what is your name? What is your program you are studying?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nathaniel Momo from BS Tourism.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maria Richelet de Castro from BSTM.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jason Velas from BSBA Management major.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Princess Sofia A. Roque. I'm a 4th-year college student at BSBA Management.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jane from BA Department, major in Marketing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pierre Isaga. I'm a 4th-year college student in BSBA Marketing.
Okay, so you all are friends? No?
No.
Only 2 are friends. So in a research, we do a sample size. So because I cannot invite all the students, so you become my sample size for the case study. So I'm considering what you are answering is the answer of the audience. Okay? Whatever your answer is the answer of the audience also. Okay. So the number 1, when somebody say negotiation, what do you think about negotiation when somebody, what first things comes in your mind? Anything, I don't need a definition. If I say negotiation, what comes in your mind, first thing?
There has to be a deal between 2 persons or more.
Okay. What else?
negotiating is closing a deal, gaining something from someone.
Okay, do you negotiate every day?
Yes,
Are you good in negotiation?
somehow.
Did you buy something on after negotiation in cheap price? You convince your family or something, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you have a seat? Is it okay? So what we are going to do that, we consider negotiation in a form of pie. You know the pie, right? So here is a situation. There are two groups, which of course going to have a one leader. This group has a limited fund to buy a pie which is in this size of 9 pieces. The problem here is that group A, which we are going to decide right now, has money to buy only one piece of pie. Group 2, which is slightly rich, they can buy 2 pieces of pie. But the pie has 9 pieces. Here is a problem. If they buy one piece, it's not going to fulfill their requirement because they are 3 people, right? They are hungry. And similarly, group which can buy 2 pieces, still they are not sufficient to cover all the 9 pie. So they both decided if we negotiate and club their money, they can buy whole 9 pieces of pie, right? The problem here is that now these are two different groups who separately can buy 1 or 2 pieces, but together they can buy 9 pieces. How they are going to divide these 9 pieces? Because everybody wants 100%. Nobody wants to share anything with the other group. Am I clear? Okay, so
Yes.
okay, you can ask if you have question, okay? But I want first, there should be 3 in one group and 3 in one group. And then you let me know who is in which group. I'll give you a couple of seconds to make out your strategy. And then we probably open a platform for you to openly speak. But you can choose your leader, okay? And the leader will speak only on behalf of rest 2 people. So these are 9 pieces. Consider them as a pie. Okay? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm repeating again. Who is in the first group? You want 1, 2, 3? These 3 in one group? So can you come close so that I should know, okay? Can you go on that side? Okay, so I'm repeating again so that it's very clear. This is a pie with 9 pieces. You can buy a pie only 1 piece. Again, you can all together can buy only 2 pieces, right? Now, on the negotiation table, you have, if you both agree, you can buy all together whole, right? Now, you both has to negotiate that your prime idea is to get all 9 pieces. They also want all 9 pieces. So I'll give you 30 seconds to think, and then you both has to negotiate. So who is going to leader from your side? You decide. You? From your side?
Me.
Okay. So take 30 minutes, make your strategy, right? Your prime idea is to get the maximum piece of pie for yourself. How are you going to do it? That strategy you need to make in 30 seconds. Because you are competitor.
Makalaban natin sila. Paano natin sila i-convince sa kailangan natin kasi mayaman ka-influencer.
I request audience also that they can also put a thought. You can also support any group which you believe to solve this problem. Whichever group you are supporting, you need to support them to get maximum piece of pie so that they can get success on this business negotiation. 15 seconds left. Five seconds. All right, time over. So who wants to start the conversation in terms of getting pie? Now you both are two different parties. You need to convince each other to give you maximum piece of pie. If you lose business. Consider a single piece of pie can be $100 million business, okay? All right, now its floor is yours, please. You need to use mic, please.
I think we need the whole pie because we have to celebrate my family and friends, and our discussion is pie is very delicious and we want to taste the pie. And I think we talk the manager and to make reservation. That pie is ours. So, what are your plans? So we cannot talk each other who are the maximum price. I think I can settle the payment for now, or I have the price.
How about, hello. We're going to negotiate with that. How about we get all the whole pie, and then we can share like two piece of pie to you, so that you can still have a pie. Then for the rest of the pie, we will get those.
But how my other guests that we didn't get other pies? The pie is also settled for my guests and for my family and friends. How can you do that? I need the 9 pies and settle for my guests, for my party. This is my party. This is my birthday, so...
We also need the pie, but I think our event is much more important than your birthday. We're going to have a business celebration. I think it's much important than your birthday. But we could also share the pie.
Why? Why is not my birthday something important? For me, my birthday comes once in a lifetime. Once in a year. Once in a year.
It's once in a year, but our company celebration is once in a lifetime. You can have your birthday next year.
But I want my birthday to celebrate as happy as I'll be.
You can have your birthday next year. But our celebration is once in a lifetime. This is a very important celebration for our company.
Can you tell why it's important to your event and why my birthday is not important?
Because we have other customers from other countries that we're going to be celebrating. And I think your birthday could, you could buy a different pie from other bakeries.
No, I don't want any pastry, but I'd like to buy the old pies because my guest is requesting the pie. And it's also my daddy pay them.
How about this? We're going to get the pie and we could split the pie so that all of us could have the pie.
Is that okay?
Okay. So first of all, I'm not a part of negotiation table, right? And the second point is that, of course, joke apart, but remember, you are losing business, right? Every piece of pie probably cost $100 million, right? So I'll give you another 30 seconds to rethink proper and come up with the solid plan of action that how you're going to get maximum. Meanwhile, I'll request the audience, they can choose any group to support. If you want to give them some advice that how they can win this negotiation, feel free to give them advice.
Hindi kailangan kasi natin lahat yung pay sa atin. Kasi business, wala daw yata rich eh.
Audience, if you want to help them, please let me know which group you have chosen.
Sasagot sana ako na yung birthday, di mo naman pwedeng i-reschedule yun, pero yung event pwede.
O, pwede na ngayon sabihin. Ano English yun?
Always reschedule ang event.
Okay, so time is over. Let us. Time is over. Time is over because on negotiation table, time also matter. So we'll restart your discussion. I am consuming that the first discussion on negotiation is fail because there is no result comes, right? So I'm giving you a second opportunity to negotiate because if you don't comes on any solution, you will not get anything, right? If you get any conclusion, probably you can divide this pie in such a way that you can get maximum benefit. Okay? So let's start again. Be more intelligent, be more, right? It's not a typical emotional bargaining. It should be more like an intellectual person sitting on table, getting the business done. All right? So let's start again.
Go. Go.
Good day again. How about we get all the pie, but instead of for us, you can also join us to have a benefit from that pie, and we can share it after we divided it on this.
Okay, how about this? If we divide if we're going to divide the pie in different portions, they're bigger, they're smaller. And then if there is 4 bigger slices of pie and 5 smaller slices of pie, which one would you choose? Would you pick? The 4 bigger or the 5 smaller?
I think we consider the guests. How many guests are you in and how many guests?
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but you cannot change the size of a pie because every pie has a unique. So yeah, you cannot change the size. Equal. It's equal, always equal, all 9 pieces. Any dean directors would love to help their students how to divide this pie and support their team. Any students who believe that they can do better, most welcome. They can join the group, being the third and fourth person in the group, and negotiate.
I have a suggestion. I think it's best that we could have the pie, but once you agreed, you could have a partnership with our company.
That sounds nice. We could share the event or the venue for my guests to come, and we could share the all pies together. Is that okay for you that your company is partnering with us as a partnership?
Yes.
Yeah, then partnership. Then we could also divide, so that the pie can be divided equally on both sides, and we can all be profit from it. Like that. So, no?
I'll give you a 30-second if this deal is happening, otherwise this deal is going to cancel for both of you. But make sure you should not do the deals on loss, right? So 30 seconds, do it, otherwise the deal is going to cancel.
Hindi ka mag-gets eh. Kung profit.
since kami yung mas mayaman, di ba? Mas kayo yung poor. Eh di,
Please use mic. Please use mic.
How about this?
di ba, it makes much more sense kung i-absorb namin kayo kasi afford namin yung pay. Afford namin kunin yung pay.
Is it okay with you guys if we just is it okay with you guys if we just pick one slice every group and we're the one who has to start to pick first? Is it okay with you?
We're gonna have to disagree because from where we're sitting at, we're the ones who can afford majority of the pie. So here is our proposal to you. What if our group just purchase majority all of the pie and we'll give you a small percentage to share? Would that be okay since we hold all the power to buy all the assets and buy all the profits?
Hello.
Hello. Can we ask how small our part that you're going to give us? How small?
Since the slices of pies are 9 pieces, we'll give you 3 just to make it fair.
Can we have 5 or 4?
We'll close the deal at 4 slices.
4.
Last 5 seconds. Deal is going to over otherwise.
4 big pies and
For having one pie.
close deal.
Okay, so we're going to have 4 slices of pie, and we're going to have partnership with your company.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
This is your share and this is my share.
All right. First of all, thank you very much for your contribution. So, how many pie pieces you have now?
4.
4. And how many you have?
5.
All right. Do you think it's profitable for you?
Yes, because Pi 5 is more than enough. And we also negotiate by connecting partnership with different company. And we should like to, build a relationship with other companies as well.
Okay. Do you think it's a profitable negotiation for you? If yes, why?
Yes, because instead of having 1 pie, we got 4, and we also have a partnership with them, which is good for our business because it is good for long term.
All right. In the audience, how many people believe that these people have a profit in the negotiation, and how many believe that my right-hand side team has a profit in the negotiation? The right-hand side team get 5 pieces of pie, and the left-hand side team get 4 pieces of pie. So how many of you believe that my left-hand side team has upper hand in the negotiation because they get 4 pieces of pie where they can buy only 1 piece? Can you raise your hand? How many believe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So only 10 people believe that you have a good deal. Rest other people believe that my right hand side has a good deal. Okay. So I make it twist here. When we were in an initial stage, they have a capacity of buying only 1, right? In the initial stage, my right-hand team has a capacity to buy 2 pieces. So who is having more power on negotiation table? Right-hand side, right? So do you believe that they have used their power in a way that they can dominate the other team and get maximum benefit? And the important question here is that how I should divide this number. Is it like I'm going to talk emotional and says that I'm a poor guy, I'm hungry, can you give me more pie? Or I become aggressive in the negotiation, then only I can get it. So that was the problem, okay, with me also when I go to different countries. and I'll sit on a table with the senior people and I negotiate with them. I thought I have a more power and wanted to be dominate in the negotiation table. But there are many times there are chances that my opposite people are having more strong position and I lose the discussion on the negotiation table. So the biggest okay, it's not working. Am I doing or you are doing? Okay, am I doing? That was the problem. My left hand side want whole pie, my right hand side want whole pie. Nobody wants to lose any part, 100%. But it's really an argument. If both the party decide we need 100%, then there is nothing to discuss. That was the biggest problem. And I'm telling you, this is not a problem only here. This is the world biggest problem right now. Whatever the problem you are watching in the world, this is going to tell you in the negotiation. The first, which I was expecting, probably they came slightly after second session, where they consider negotiation as a calculation. Start talking about, let's discuss, I take 5, you take 4, I just take 3, you take 2, right? So negotiation is always started with the numbers. Your negotiation basic ground rule is numeric. Fine? It's not like who is going to be more powerful, who is talking more better, who looks better, or who's are more good in emotion talk and all. Negotiation never happened like this. So the first goal is to understand what is the pie. What do you mean by pie? Pie is not a piece of cake there. Pie is why we are sitting on a negotiation table and what we are discussing. How many of you believe that they are discussing about 9 pieces of pie here? Are they discussing about 9 pieces of pie? Yes and no? Yes? Why do you think there is 9 pieces of pie? Because number one, everyone from the group can take 1 or 2 pieces. For example, the one group can have 1 piece and the second group can have 2 pieces. So there was never being a fight for 9 pieces of pie. So the first wrong discussion which start on the table is they were discussing about 9 pieces. But on table, there was never being a discussion about 9 pieces. There was always discussion about how many pieces? That is the remaining one. And that's what in the negotiation we use the terminology called buy. Together, both group can buy 9 pieces. Agree? But if the negotiation fail, what will happen? And both the team decide that we don't want any negotiation, we don't want partnership with you. So, team 1 will get 1 piece, team 2 will get 2 pieces, and rest piece is not going to happen. So, this is the problem which these people are discussing. I was expecting that one of you will say that it's a 9 piece, let's divide 50-50%. You take 4.5, I take 4.5, we both are happy. Is it a correct solution? How many do you believe it's a correct solution, 50-50%? Raise your hand. 1, only 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Majority still don't believe that. No. Who say yes here? Who said yes here for 50-50%? Can I see the hand again? Okay, backside. Why do you believe it's good deal? 50-50%. Okay, it's okay. You can tell me. Because it's fair. All right, so is it a fair is a numeric term? emotions, fear, love, is it a numeric term? So that means what I told you, the ground rule is in negotiation, it's all about numbers. So in such case, if you give me this argument that it's a fair deal, then this is not the right answer. How many people believe that 6 and 3 is a good option because they have a more power, they can buy 2 piece, so they should get 6 piece. And how many believe that this is the right option? No one? So, in the negotiation, especially with this example where 9 piece of pie was there, the first thing which any negotiator who's sitting on the table and going for the negotiation, they need to understand what is on the stake. Stake means why I am going to talk to the other team member and what is the number which we are discussing on table. So in this situation, as individual versus own. So if they goes individual, that means 1 plus 2. Which is not equal to 9. If you go together, then it becomes 9. So the actual pie of the discussion in the negotiation, which you are doing, is not for the 9 pieces, you are doing for the 6 pieces. Why? Because 2 pieces you can buy, 1 piece you can buy. Out of 9, if I minus 3, so the actual negotiation which you people need to do is for the 6 pieces. Right? Now, I give you another chance. Now you know what is pi, right? What number you are fighting for. Can I have a 1 minute serious discussion that how you're going to divide this 6 remaining part between you? Now you understand what is on table, right? For the negotiation. So these 6 pieces is your negotiation because rest you already can take. 3 is already out because 1 is with you, 2 is with you. 1 is fall down. Okay, it's down. It's okay. So now 6 pieces start again a negotiation. And I assume now you have some basic in your mind you could do better. Now, please. Kindly use mic. Please use mic. Can you use mic? Everybody wants to know. Wait, quick, 30 seconds. 6 pieces on table.
What if we did this? Since you already have 2 pieces of 2 slices of pie and we already have only 1, what if we could just get the 4 pieces of pie, then you have the 2? Since you already have the 2.
Apat daw sa kanila, dalawa sa akin. Kasi dalawa na daw sa akin. Fair deal. We're gonna have to disagree because that doesn't sound like a fair deal. Because if you get 4 pieces, you'll get a total of 5. And if we only get 2 pieces, we'll only get 4. And how about we'll just split it. Like we'll get 3 pieces of pie and you'll get 3. Since all the pie is 6. And I think it's a fair deal for you guys to accept since we hold all the power. We already have 2 pies. We can afford to actually get 4 more. We're giving you a fair deal by offering you 3. So I think it's better if you just take it.
Yes, we agree that if we split the pie into half, we will both win.
No, tingin. No. Sige, kaya parang...
So do we have a deal? We'll take 50-50. We'll get 3, you'll get 3.
Yes.
Okay, it's a very happy negotiation. So, did you agree on 50-50% in this? So, you are going to take 3 and you are going to take 3. Okay, so the number reached to the same. That's what you are saying? 5 and 9. Now you believe that you have a better deal with them, or do you believe that you have a better deal in this negotiation? Who believe that they actually won this negotiation?
I feel like yes, since both parties left happy and we both agreed on it.
I know you are a very kind people, but unfortunately, negotiation did not happen like this, right? I given you again an small hint. On table you have 2, on table they have 1, and you agree on 50-50%. Okay, again, my question for the audience, how many people you believe that the right-hand side team has more strong power because they can buy 2 piece? And how many people believe that the left-hand side has a more power because they can buy 1 piece? Who is having more power on table? Right side? Is because they can buy 2? Okay, let us see. In the negotiation, as I said, that it's not about the 3 pieces which they already have. We are negotiating for 6 pieces, right? In that 6 piece can only happen when they both agree. So on that table, it doesn't matter they can buy 2 or they can buy 4. They have an equal power, right? So how many, because they have an equal power, how many of you believe that the decision which they took, 50-50%, is a right decision? Or there is a scope that one person can get more and one person can get less? Is 50-50% was a good idea for 6 pieces of pie? Okay, some no, some yes. The people who believe yes, can somebody give me one reason why it's a good idea? Again, don't tell me that it's going to be happy ending, we are building a relationship, because as I say, the ground rule of negotiation is the numbers. If you say no, even though you have only 1, B will lose all the 6 pieces, right? But the same, if B say no, A will lose all the 6 pieces. So now you believe you have a both equal power, right? And on the basis of this, you decided that we should go for 50-50%. Okay, let's see. That I already told. The best deal could be in such situation, which is you can buy, I'm considering you this, you can buy 1 piece, right? And they can buy 2. And because the discussion was 6 pie and you have an equal power, luckily you decided to go for 50-50%. When you add the 50%, which the numbers you have on table, so it's become 5 and 4. So congratulations, you got a good deal from both the sides, and thank you for your contribution. Sorry. So I'll end here that if you know the number 6, then it's easy for them to close the deal. But if you are not sure and you are fighting for 9 number of pi, that deal is always on either not going to happen or it's going to be lost for one party. They are lucky enough that even though they go with the number, which is accidentally, but they go with the right deal. The most important thing when you negotiate either with a shopkeeper or either you are sitting on a business, always remember what is pi means, what is the number I am here to discussion. Any questions so far? I try to make the basic understanding of pi, and I believe that some of you are able to understand that how much important is pi. So what I'll do, this is a quiz for the audience. You can scan, it's a small quiz, and you try that whether you know your pi, if you could do it. Everybody can scan, and you can do that. No, scan from your mobile. Not stand, scan. Once you're done, please let me know that how many of you believe that you get the right number of pi for yourself. It's working, right? Can somebody scan? Okay, yeah. It's a very easy quiz. I think I taught this pi concept long back in Vietnam, and I was very quite happy that in the first class, 99% people are easily get what is pi. In each of the question, you just need to find pi. What is pi there? What is on stake? You can see your own score. How many of you get 4 out of 4? I can also see because I created, so I can open and see the answers, but I trust you all. Anybody who get 4 out of 4? How many you get 0 out of 4? All right, 5 more seconds. I request you to fill and let me know that what is the majority of people. I'm very happy to hear that you can get 4 out of 4. Done? Done? Come on, somebody tell me that who get 4 out of 4. Who is? You get 4 out of 4? Congratulations. Anyone else? Congratulations, congratulations. Happy to see. Congratulations, sir. Any one of you on table? 4 out of 4? All right, no worries. We'll not waste too much time on this. You can play this quiz as per your things. But just give you an idea, that's the way you need to do when next time you go for any negotiation. You should know what is pi, and under that pi you have to start a discussion on the basis of power you have on table. All right, so thank you very much, volunteers, for joining us. Can I have a big clap for them? Thank you. All right, as I believe that after knowing the pi, you all become expert. So let's talk about some practical problem, which could be helpful for you. Here's the situation. Mac is a person who's coming from the business trip. He landed Manila airport late in the night. He has to take taxi because he wants to go home quickly and he wants to save time. So he decided to take a good taxi, which cost him $150, right? But because the taxi is really good, the driver is really good, and he's having money, so he decided maybe I can give till US $200 for this taxi guy. At a time he is about to take that taxi, he sees that from the same flight, his friend is also there, who is Paul. He also need to go to the same place. So Paul comes to him and he say, Mac, where are you going? He said, I'm going to the city. Now, Mac knows that Paul is also going in same. So now Mac decided, because the car is luxury, too much space, why should I go alone? I take Paul with me, right? And that could be good if we both agree that how we can divide that 150 taxi fare, right? And it's a win-win situation for Paul and me. So it's a practical things. It happened all the times. Let's take a simple background before we go. If Paul don't go with Mac, Paul has to take first the free shuttle, then he has to take metro, then he has to take cheap taxi. It may take him 3 hours to reach in home. But if Paul agree with Mac, he may reach home in 30 minutes, right? So that's what in the background of Paul's side. Sorry. If he goes by himself for all this pain, he may need to pay only $40, right? Paul need to pay $40. If Mac go by alone, he has to pay $150. So sorry. This is the situation. If they don't reach an agreement and decided to go separate, Paul will pay $40, spend 3 hours to reach home, and Mac will reach in 30 minutes, but he has to pay $150. Now, how many? These are some options. I make it for you. Now, just let me know how many you believe which option is correct here. How they should divide that 150 so that it's a win-win situation. Remember the question, what is the pi? How many believe that Paul should already, anyway, Paul is going back. What is the harm to take his friend, no need to take any money from him. Let's take Paul pay 150. Oh, Mac pay 150 and Paul pay 0. That is the first option. Some says, Paul says, anyway, Paul is investing $40 for 3 hours. At least he can pay 50%, $20, and 130 should pay by Mac, right? There are people who like just happened, let's pay 50%, $75, because we both going on same side. How many agree with $75 equal? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 only. Okay. How many believe 40 and 110? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're saying yes or you're asking? Oh, okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. How many believe 20, 30, 130? 1, 2, 3. And how many believe 0 and 150? Okay, so that means what about others? There's any other option? Please let me know also. What is pi? We just did this exercise. I want to give you refresh. Don't think you understand pi immediately. Pi is not something which comes so easily to you. You have to use mind. There's an expert who find it. I want you to use your mind and knowledge and experience. What is pi here? Remember what they can do alone, what they can do together, minus alone with together is become pi. So what is pi? If they go separate, how much Paul need to pay? 40. And Mac? Okay. If they agree, okay, can you scan it and for me one more time, please? And let me see. It's a one question only, and I hope it would be easy for you to know if you are not able to tell me the answer. After that, can you run the video? Right? I tell you, yes, like. I hope it's an easy question. Could be 30 seconds, 1 minute max. Anyone who get right answer? I'm just giving you a hint also, probably this will help you to get the answer. Anyone who is ready to share? I request last 30 seconds. Done? Can we move? Say yes and no, please. Are we done? Have you ever thought negotiation like this when you go out, that how to negotiate? All right, I think it's enough for one question. Anyone who get right answer? Sir, you? You have right answer? No? Okay. So still, I think the pie is not clear. When they don't reach an agreement, the 150 plus 40, 190. When they reach an agreement, that is 150. That is a taxi price. So what is the pie here? 190 minus 140. Oh, 150. That means, sorry, 40. And as I told you, they both have a same power on there, because if Paul say no, Mac has to pay 150. If Mac says no, Paul has to pay 40. So in the negotiation, in this situation also, is they have a equal power. That means the amount which is pi 40 should be divided into 50-50%. That means Paul needs to pay 20 and Mac need to pay 130. This is the best deal they can do in terms of win-win situation, because they both have equal power. You probably can ask me one question, that is it every negotiation everybody has a equal power so that they can divide this pie into 50-50? The answer is no. These both questions, fortunately, they both have a equal power. There are numerous other examples I have as in a form of case study where one party has more power and the other party has less power, and the pie will be divided on the basis of power they have on the table. So the goal of negotiation is not to get the deal. The goal of negotiation is to get the best deal, and the best deal can only come when you treat negotiation as a numeric terminology, not in terms of discussion, not in terms of emotions, not in terms of anything. So next time when you go in the negotiation and you use numeric terms, you will see that the two negotiators, those who are talking, they never get angry. And after getting the result, they both shake hand and smile, because they both knows what is pi and how much power they have in table to divide that pie inequally. I recommend couple of books which you definitely need to read. Doesn't matter which subject you are. And I believe if you at least read two, you become a good negotiator in your life. Doesn't matter which specialization you are, this is going to help you in your life always. So with these notes, thank you very much. And I hope I am able to give some valuable lessons.